Good morning, everyone. As you can see today, we got a new envelope system, and I'm really excited about this because I have been wanting one of these binders for such a long time, and I decided that I would just put it in my budget and save up for it so that these videos can be more engaging and just overall aesthetic. It's definitely not necessary if you're starting out budgeting. These envelopes work just fine, and that's one of the reasons that I decided to upgrade is because I've been using these envelopes for so long. I've been really consistent with using these, so I thought I would just treat myself to the binder. It's really beautiful, and I love it a lot. Right now, I don't have the labels for it. It came with some labels, but some of my bills are a little bit more specific, and I found a pack on Amazon that I can label these. So for now, I'm just gonna put a blue sticky note on each of the categories. And today we're going to unstuff these and put them into the new binder. And then I have my paycheck, and we're gonna stuff this into my savings box, which I'll also bring out. Before I show you my savings challenge box, I wanna light this candle. This is a lemon blueberry crumble, and it smells amazing. And I want you guys to be able to see it. I wish you could smell it, but at least you can see it. Hello. Unaesthetic candle lighting for 10 minutes straight. There we go. Little visual for you guys while we do this together. Okay, so this is my savings box. All right, I got this storage container from the Dollar Tree, as you can see. It was really hard to find this. I went to so many different Dollar Trees to try to find it, and all of them were out of stock, and when I wasn't looking for it, there was like a few in stock, so I snagged one. Before this, I was using an index card holder, and I could get 50 envelopes in, or 50 flashcards actually. That's how I do this. I take a regular index card, and then I fold it in half like this, and then I stuff the money inside of it. I have this broken down into 1 through 50, and I like to have the colors just because it's really pretty, but also when I get like a whole row done, it's very clear to me what still needs to be put in. But this is 1 through 50 because that was my original savings box, and the other side is over here, and this is 51 through 100, and I have the totals on the side so that I know how much money is in here when I complete each flashcard. And then once this box is full, I'm gonna put it in my bank account that I do not have a physical branch to. It's an online savings account, and the APY, I think, is higher than most savings account. It's like a high yield, I think, savings account. And as you can see, we've made some decent progress, and I started doing this before I started making budgeting videos on YouTube. Yeah, it's really simple. I'll pull one of these out so you can see. I write the number in the corner, and this is 21, and there is a $20 bill and a $1 bill. I try to keep these as condensed as possible so that it will fit in here. I think that there's room in here for the money. It'll be a tight fit, but I think once it's all in here, it should all fit. So I'm really excited to be filling this up today. We'll see what we can do. A lot of the lower numbers are already done, so we might be able to do a high number. It'll just depend on how much money we have left over from today's budget. So I'm gonna just set this off to the side for now. I'm going to label my envelopes. Okay, so this is the way that it opens, and this is gonna be upside down for you, so I'm gonna try to show you right side up, but I don't know if I'll be able to do that right away because I'm not very coordinated. So I don't know if this is center for you guys either. I really cannot see anything. One day I will start budgeting for a camera and a proper tripod. I don't know if you can see the leg of the tripod, but that's just where we're starting right now. I know my first envelope is car insurance, but I don't know where it's at, but we're just gonna write that on a sticky. And I'm not really gonna worry about making these beautiful because they're temporary. And then next we have our car payment, and then next is cats. I think the new labels, that'll be changed to pets care, which I don't love that it's like pets care instead of just like pet care, but it's not a big deal. Gas, then we have Affirm. And this is one of those categories that we're not gonna have forever, thankfully. I know I said it in the last video, or maybe I didn't, but I think that the buy now, pay later it's obviously, it's nice sometimes in a pinch, but at the same time, you're not spending money that you actually have, and so it can get really dangerous very quickly. because you're like, oh, it's fine, you know, $9 here, $9 there. I think that my monthly payments for Affirm were $50+ and it's gone down a little bit, and this month it will go down more because one of them's getting paid off. But I do not recommend, you know, using stuff like that. And I know that it's like, okay, but like I'm using it obviously, but I don't want to use it, and I know that it's not good. And like the other thing is like credit card too. I don't want this to be an envelope in my binder. You know, that's like my goal. I want to pay down my debts and not have the credit card or the Affirm envelope, because I only want to spend money I have. I'm still going to use my credit card, but I will use it like a debit card, which is what I would recommend if you're gonna get a credit card, because I know credit cards can be scary, but truthfully, if you set up a system, if you practice discipline with it, it's not that scary. Maybe I'll just talk about it right now while I'm doing this. We live in a world where having a credit score is kind of important. If you're in the United States, at least. I am not really sure about credit scores in other countries. Like, I don't know if Canada does that. I could look it up, but the point is, if you have a credit score and you live in the United States, it's kind of something that you have to have for pretty much anything. Like if you want to get a car, unless you're buying it completely in cash, which like if you are, that's amazing. But that's just, you know, not the case for everybody. Some people, including myself, need to get a car loan and pay that off. So anyway, you live in the United States, you need a credit score to get an apartment, to buy a house, to buy a car. Pretty much anytime that you have to borrow money, a credit score is important, because the higher your credit score is, the more that lenders will trust you, because they see, you know, you've been consistent, on time, you have responsibility over multiple credit cards or loans, and you've been able to keep up with it. And then they're like, yeah, you can borrow money and we'll let you borrow it for like a lower APR. And an example of this in my life is the first car that I ever got. I didn't have a cosign or anything, but because I had a secured credit card as soon as I was 18, I think. And a secured credit card is where you go into a bank usually, or maybe a credit union. And I mean, there's a lot of places that will let you do that. And what you do is you deposit, I think I did $300. You deposit that money, and basically that's like your safety net. And it kind of helps you practice being a responsible credit card owner, because you can spend on it, but you can't go over that $300 limit. And if you can't pay for some reason your minimum or any of it back, and you end up being like, oops, I goofed, like that $300 that you deposited will pay off the card. And I don't really know what happens if that happens, but I think that it's a good idea for anybody that wants to get a credit card but is like scared of having like unlimited money. I think that a secured card is a really good practice card. But anyway, so I had that when I was, I think, 18 or 19. So that means that I was building credit for about a year and a half before I financed my first car. And my interest rate on that first car was a little over 10%. And later in life, my credit score got higher. I was able to pay that car off, and then I decided to finance a different car, and my APR on it is 3%. So there was a really dramatic decrease in the percentage of interest that I would pay for the duration of the loan. So yeah, I mean, that's one way that a credit score has benefited me. I haven't tried to buy a house. I haven't really tried to finance anything besides a vehicle. And I really honestly don't plan on financing anything besides a vehicle. But I know like credit scores can also help you when you're trying to get an apartment. Because it's just one of those things where the leasing agency will look at that as responsible and yada, yada, yada. Does it really mean, you know, if you don't have a credit score, are you irresponsible? No. Like, I know plenty of people in my life that don't have credit, and they, you know, they save cash and they pay for cash with everything if they can, and they really don't want to mess with a credit card, and they're very responsible people. But yeah, there may just be some of you out there that are like, how do I build my credit score? I'm terrified of credit cards, all of that. And like, I have some experience in this, and I'm not a financial advisor by any means, but I have my own personal experience, and I've never been like rich a day in my life. So I feel like I can relate to a lot of you out there. I'm not a popular influencer, and I don't make money from YouTube. I just do this because it's fun. I hope to make money from it one day, but for now, I want to just be able to share everything I know with you guys and just let you know that we can build our credit score, we can save our money, we can have a savings account, even if it feels like, you know, because like right now I'm making $15 an hour and I'm determined to make a savings and make this work for me and be able to move out with a comfortable amount of money in my savings account to just be prepared for anything that happens. So I just want to encourage you guys that you can do it too, and that's kind of why I started doing budgeting videos. So yeah, sorry for rambling so long. Let's get into the fun part. This might be upside down. I could try to flip it, but then the video is just gonna be really inconsistent. But this is my car insurance envelope. I have my iPad with me, and this is where I do all my budgeting. I have all my bills on here, and I keep track of it this way. I don't really have a way to show this to you as I go, and for the sake of the video not being like 6 hours long, I'll try to explain it, but I'm referencing my budget sheet over there. So per month, I pay $85, 20, 40, 60, 85, and I'm gonna just go ahead and stuff that into here. Honestly, this is so satisfying to have this like upgrade over here. Honestly, I've been wanting to do this for a long time. My car payment is $389, and I think my new paycheck, I got more big bills, so I think I'm gonna swap some out, but 51, 52, 53, 20, 40, 60, 80, so it's 385, 6, 7, 8, 9, 389 going into car payment. I'm honestly just moving these from one place to another, so I'm just going to unstuff and restuff. So my cats get $80 a month for food, litter, toys, 40, 60, 80. Anything that they need comes out of their little paycheck, and that's how I like to look at it, because it really doesn't feel like you're spending money when you pull it out of an envelope that it's supposed to. I already paid for my gas this month, so gas is empty. It is the end of the month. Affirm, make sure that it's empty. 20, 40, 1, 2, 3, 4, 44. I think it's lower because one of my bills I paid off, so I'm gonna double check this, but I'm pretty sure 44 is all we need. And then therapy is new, and therapy is $40. This is my new paycheck. I'll count it out for you. Sorry, I'm not very organized, but this is my first budgeting video like this, so we'll get there. 51, 20, 40, 60, 82, 20, 40, 60, 83, 20, 40, 60, 84, 20, 40, 60, 85. So I believe that's 500. 10, 20, 30, 5. Sorry, 10, 20, 30, 5, 4, 5, 6, and then 6 ones. $541. Let's see, this would be the first, so I'm just gonna put $10 into therapy. This will just start next month. So all of these are January's bills. This is already paid off for January, so this is February, the first payment. For February, just because I have it, I'm just putting my first therapy payment in here. And then honestly, I'll probably do the same for gas. So gas is $30 a month now. Gas gets $8, so 6, 7, 8. So today is the 31st, I believe, and basically I'm unstuffing, restuffing, and then I'm gonna end up going to the bank and depositing all of this and paying my bills. But gas and therapy are gonna stay in here. These are going to be the first payments of February, but my first actual paycheck of February hasn't come yet. Therefore, there will be another stuffing video. I get paid bi-weekly instead of weekly, So that's something that I need to figure out how to go about this. But anyway, tithes. I actually want to pay my tithes to a few different places from here on out until further notice, but I just felt really inspired to do that. So I have it separated into like 3 piles, and they're all $30. So 5, 10, 30, 5, 10, 30, 20, 30. And I'm just gonna keep it unorganized because in my brain, I know like, oh, why do I have like 3 different stacks of 30? Because it's going to 3 different places. So we're just gonna go ahead and stuff this in here. Credit card. I am so excited to pay off my credit card, y'all. And I think this month so this month I didn't have a balance because when my mom like goes to buy groceries, I'll put it on my credit card and then she'll pay it off. So basically what that does is just pushes all of my debt into the next month. So my bill this month was like $13, but I really, really, really want to pay it off because like I was telling y'all earlier, like just we're not here for debt. We're only here to spend money that we have, and I'm just trying to get back on top of it so you guys can come along the journey with me. But this month I'm gonna put 180 toward it, and I think that's about half, so that next month I can do the same thing and it will be all done. I could pay it off with my paycheck, but I have some plans and I think it'll work out, and I'm not accruing any type of interest, so I think it's okay. If I was accruing interest, I would just pay it off right now. But this 180 right here will prevent any interest accrual. 20, 40, 60, 80, 1, 20, 40, 60, 80, 1, 2. So there's 182. Extra $2 just because. And we're just gonna go ahead and stuff that away. Personal, I'm pretty sure I spent all of my personal money this month. I went and hung out with some friends yesterday. And I don't have a 5 readily available, so we will just get to that next paycheck. Dental. I plan on paying this off this month, one of them. My parents graciously gave me money to go get my wisdom teeth taken out. So I'm gonna pay one of them back this month and then hopefully one of them back next month. And I talked to them about it, ran it by them. They said it was fine to do with this as I will, and then, you know, pay them back accordingly. Otherwise, I would just pay them all right back right now. But yeah, there's a method to the madness. 20, 40, 60, 1, 2, 3. So this has 63. But I think I'm gonna go back and stuff, once I'm done moving all of this, I'm gonna go stuff the rest of the payment in there, which is $250. So we will see her in a bit. Acupuncture mat is something new that I want to get. I used to have one when I lived in Omaha, and it was really helpful with my pain and overall just like relaxing my body. My muscles are really tense, and I noticed that it helped me relax a ton, and I would actually just like fall asleep on it. 6, 7, 8. So that gets $8 weekly or $16 bi-weekly. And we're just gonna leave it at that. I don't have any 5s readily available, so this is not a priority to me. I really want it, but whenever I can put $8 in here, I will. And then once I have the $30 or whatever it costs, then I'll go from there. Ally envelope is empty, and the box is empty this month. So this is, once again, January's bills, and they're all here. They're all full, besides the 2 that we talked about. So yeah, my tithes, I pull them out on a paycheck basis. So any money that I earn or make, I put 10% toward my tithe. So I'll just take 2 5s and then I'll just put in 70. And then I will divide it up when I decide to pay out my tithes. Okay, so where is dental? I have 63 in there and I want to pay 250. So 463 63 is how much I have left. Let's just put the 63 in. So what is that? Okay, we'll just do 125. There's gotta be an easier way. How about how about we unzip this? So just in case that wasn't clear, my brain doesn't work properly sometimes, so I unzipped dental. I'm unstuffing dental again, even though we just stuffed it, because I know I want to put $250 in there. So I'm just going to count out 200 from here. 20, 40, 60, 81, 20, 40, 60, 82. And then look, $50 right here. And that makes 20, 40, 60, 81, 20, 40, 60, 82, 50. 250, that's paid off. This is what we have left over for the month of January. I'm gonna close this up for now. Now what do we have left over? 20, 40, 60, 81, 20, 40, 60, 82, 20, 40, 50, 60, 265, 270, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 281. $281 left over for the month of January. So I had a dental bill I had to get a filling, and it was $56. Put it on my credit card. So what we're gonna do is just take that 40, 55, 56, and we are going to just stuff that into the credit card envelope. Sorry that this is so unorganized. I didn't plan this video out really before I started doing it. So, and then I'm just kind of here. I said like all of this was extra money, but I lied. This is all extra money. Let me make sure. So the dental bill, and yeah, no, I truly think that that was the last one. Dental bill for my parents and the filling. 20, 40, 60, 81, 20, 40, 60, 82, 200, 10, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 220. That's great. So half of that exactly is 110. And when I have money left over, no matter what it is, it could be 20 bucks, it could be $5. I try to put half into a savings account and then half into my savings challenge. So 110 is going to go into, we're getting the binder back out. 110 is going to go into the one called Ally. 20, 40, 60, 81, and 10. So this will get deposited and I will transfer it to my online bank that I cannot access from a branch. And then Box gets all the rest of this. So this is the fun part where we get to decide how many envelopes we're gonna fill, and whatever we can't fill from this box, we will put into the box envelope and just save it for the next time that we're able to fill our savings box. So an easy way to do this is look at what you still have to check off. I have 41, 42, 43. All of these are blank. 45, 46, 47, 48, 49. So I think 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Since there's 5 ones here, I could do 42 and 43. 43, 42, and then 25 is already checked off. So this is just left over for the box envelope, and then we'll stuff this into here, and then next time I get paid I'll do the same thing, split it in half, and then see what I can stuff in the box. This is also extra money that if it's not in here, I can allocate it to different bills if I need to. So we have $25 of backup money in case I need anything, if I missed anything, if any of my bills are a little bit more expensive. That'll be there as a safety net, but once it goes into this box, it does not come back out unless I have an absolute dire emergency. So let's stuff 42. Kind of just stuff it in like that. And then I love this part so much, just checking it off and highlighting it. But I'll highlight both of them once I get them both in. 1, 2, 3, 43. Yay! I love doing this so much, and I can't wait until it's full of all the money. All right, so that is purple. And I'll just give it a nice, pretty highlight to be like, we checked off some boxes today, and it was really fun. Then I'll stuff my card back into the box. And that is what I do with my extra money. All my bills are paid, and we had 2 different savings accounts that we could support today. And we paid off a debt, and next month we're gonna pay off more. And I plan on being debt-free within the next couple months outside of my car loan. That's not gonna happen anytime soon, but like I said, my interest rate is 3%, so not really accruing a ton of interest on it, and it's ultimately fine for my credit score. So that is all I have for today. After I'm done filming this, I'm gonna just double check everything, and I will add a clip if I forgot anything or if anything changed. But I just like to double check, triple check, quadruple check absolutely everything, just to be sure, because I mean, I don't want to tell you guys something also and then be like, oops, just kidding, I actually couldn't do that thing. So this was really fun. I'm gonna go do that, and yeah, I just appreciate you guys being here and watching me stuff this. Let me know what you think of the setup and just anything I can do better to make this more interesting, engaging, or easy to understand. If you have any questions, just leave a comment down below. I'm open to feedback. I want this to be an enjoyable experience for both of us. I think I could definitely work on my organization prior so that I feel more confident with this. But aside from that, I'd just love to hear from you guys. I had fun doing this. It's really aesthetic and fun. So yeah, thank you so much for being here. I hope that you enjoyed it, and I will hopefully see you for another budgeting video in the future. Hi, I'm back. I just wanted to show you guys what I added. I put in these budget sheets that my binder came with, and I'm just going to keep track of what's actually in these envelopes. So by the time I make my first payment for February, I'll put the amount and then the balance of what's in the envelope. And I just did that for every single one. The only one that's different is my savings account, because I'm keeping track of what's in there. And the box does not have one because it changes so much, but one of these, like my Affirm, will become blank. And then because I plan on never ever using Affirm again, I can maybe put that in the box to keep track of the balance that's in there. But yeah, that's what I added while I was gone, and I went over everything and everything looks good. So it's official. This is the budget. And I can't wait to get my new labels. But for now, this will do.